Let's see what we get here between these two. I've seen interesting games between the two, even including some fast expo play. Seems like they, when playing each other, have their own meta. Happy seems to be adapting, especially to his undead opponent, depending on who he's facing. When he's facing 1-0, it's normally all about Tet Fiend games and Fiend Wars. Those tend to be a little dull, to be honest. Here with Lich and Ghouls, I think we're in for more action.
Player's forces are under attack.
One thing also has to be mentioned, because it is so glaringly obvious. Happy is enjoying a 100% win rate against Labby. Didn't lose a single series ever. That's 18 wins and 0 losses. So Happy has reason here to feel confident, but of course must make sure not to get complacent. Oh my lord, that was close. Almost lightning shield deny. Always makes you nervous here at the start. Both getting full experience, both getting level 2. And trying to hunt for some items. Claws, mantles, gloves. That's what you want. It's all about damage on the Lich. Mantle for the Hapster. Mantle gloves for Labby. Alright, that's a good start for the Korean.
Player's forces are under attack.
No Gamba? Oh, I forgot about the Gamba. Hold on. We can do a real quickie Gamba here. For a moment. Alright. Quickie Gamba. Get it while it's hot. First little skirmish here in the middle of the map. Happy pretty hurt already. Nova finding kills. Happy about to lose 2 ghouls. Nice deny there with Ritual Dagger, and this ghoul survives. Another Nova comes in. More ghouls dying. It is, as they say, a knife fight in a phone booth with ghouls and Lich. Lots of damage, but everything's frail, so lots of kills accessible. But already Happy seems to be emerging ahead. He's got more experience on the Lich. Of course, also he began this creep camp here. Needs to buy new Rod of Necromancy. Rod of Necromancy, very important for Undead always, for the early game especially. But especially for the Lich, even more so. With the Dark Ritual and Ritual Dagger. Crucial. Oh, if Happy gets both center items, that would be a huge W. That's never supposed to happen. You're never supposed to give up both Kobold camps. But looks like that's exactly what's happening right now to Labby. And that's level 3 Lich level lead. We had the claws now as well. And the enemy Lich has to be careful. Labby took a little trip to the shop to get the boots. Those are nice, but it cost him valuable time. Whoa! What? GG, 4 minutes 43. That, I think, was the fastest game of the tournament.
Take my money. Deserve it.
Benny Gand with the resub. Thank you. Well. That was not a long game, was it? Happy takes map 1, and I wonder what that says about Labby's mental state. To be honest, he was far behind. Losing both camps in the middle. Losing both items. That is a big deficit, no question. Was it unwinnable? Against a player like Happy, perhaps it was. This is the track record, by the way, between Labby and Happy. 0-3, 0-3, 0-5, 0-3, 0-2, 0-3, 0-2, 0-3. Oh my god, dude. 0-2, 0-3, 1-3. Last time Labby took a map off of Happy was summer 2023. It's 1.5 years ago. There was this one epic close series that you guys may remember in the WC3 Champions season finals where it was a 3-4. This is the only time he ever really got close. That's crazy. Look how many 2-0s, 3-0s there have been. Yikes. Yeah, Labby with a tough task today, as we say. I remember the 3-4 match. I watched it live. Yeah, I remember that as well. That's kind of crazy. If I remember right, yeah, back then we even still had Amazonia on War 3 Champions. And then it was removed, and I was so happy. And now Amazonia is back on the B Cup. Normally, these series in the B Cup take a long time. We've had barn burners over the last couple of days. Lots of 4-3s, lots of back and forth, exchanging here and there, and big wars being fought, long battles. This might be different today. Happy so far, the most successful player in this group stage, if you want to go by the numbers, has lost only a single map so far. 2-0-2-0 in the group, and then 4-1 against Zoan. So indeed, only a single map lost. Labby, I think he lost a map in the group, right? Yeah, lost one map against Focus in the group stage, but then beating Moon very impressively with 4-1. But I mean, it's a long series. It's a best of 7, guys. It's far from over, but I would be lying if I didn't tell you that I was a bit concerned. I'm a bit concerned for Labby. I'm a bit concerned for his chances here. But hey, let's see what he can pull out the hat. The second series for us today might be a closer one, as you can see down below me. We're going to have Lawlight versus Blade today, which I'm very excited about. The two have actually had quite a few encounters, but the last one was a long time ago in the ESL Open Cup America. It's kind of hilarious. ESL Open Cup America with the European against the Korean. The world truly is global? That doesn't make sense. Multicultural. And connected. Interconnected. Alright, we're setting up for the second map then. And that is going to be Tide Hunters. Could be a very different game here. Amazonia is definitely the worst map for Fast Expo. And Labby, he normally loves playing Fast Expansion. So this could be now a very different game heading towards us as we are loading in. Hopefully no bug this time. All right, let's keep going. Map number 2. This one I feel confident will at least last longer than the first map. Be shocking if it was even shorter. Gotta restart the overlay real quick. Sometimes on KK it crashes. There we go. Alright then. We have Happy with a 1-0 lead. He's spawning in the top left here in the blue. Labby bottom right. I could certainly see Labby here trying to fast expand. And then Happy trying to be aggressive against it. With Lich Ghouls you can be very aggressive early on. Can be also pretty strong for a defensive expo play. Lich and Lich again.
A player's forces are under attack.
Looking like a perfectly mirrored build so far. Both trying to figure out what's going on. We're all expecting, kind of, Labby to try to expand. It's going to be important for Labby to figure out if Happy will expand as well, or if he's going to go aggressive. With the ghouls moving out, looks like Happy is feeling feisty. We do have a ritual dagger, a sacrificial skull. Happy creeping in the center. If the Lich here had gone to the expo right away, Happy would have harassed. But with the Lich creeping another camp first, Happy's going to take this green camp, and then perhaps this green camp, or follow up with the harass in a moment. Doesn't have to be an expo for Labby, this could just be a fake out skull. So Happy wants to keep us scouting up with the Acolyte here. Wants to figure out what is going on. Oh, but here we go indeed. Expo attempt now, but Happy's right there, bringing ghouls and skeletons, and most importantly the Lich. We haven't passed 4 minutes 43 yet, guys. I'm feeling good about it though. Lots of ghouls here, joining for Happy. I think if Labby really wants to brute force this... Wait, you know what? The Acolyte. Really? Gave him some experience. Now he's level 2. That's a big boost, actually. Plus 3 int, also from the level up. Happy teching up. But Labby teching as well. Does not go through with the expansion in the end. Did not feel like it was the right thing to do. And so Labby is getting a decent little experience lead here. Picks up the second item. Oh, Skelly doesn't make it to the main. Happy not going to be able to see just yet that the opponent is teching. Wait a minute. Is he still going to expand? On the way to tier 2? I've seen it against Night Elf before, but not against Undead. Oh. Very interesting. And the Lich now, indeed ahead, on level 2.5. But Lumber's low. Labby can't really afford the Haunted right now. Scouting with the Ghoul. Happy though he sees no Haunted here, and now he must realize there has been a tech already. Oh, Nova to save the Acolyte from the skeletons. That's a bit sus. Zero won't get cancelled. Good Nova here. Another Ghoul goes down. That one's denied. But Happy is very low on experience. We do have a narrow tower here. But no expansion still. This game, early game doesn't look that good for Happy. Still no level 2. If he backs off here, the enemy Lich is going to be close to level 3. This is a great start for Labby. Hey, much longer game than map 1 already. Labby now almost has the resources to start the Haunted. There it is. And can Happy find a cancel against that? Is the question now. Happy not considering a counter expansion. He's rushing tier 3. He doesn't necessarily have to cancel the expo. If a Frenzy Ghoul Destroyer push just kills the opponent, then that will be good enough to win. Labby's tier 3, of course, will be a lot later. Labby keeping ghouls over at the expo. There's still a window here to find that castle. Oh, and Labby will spot Happy on the map. And with them being busy with each other here, that should buy the time now for the Haunted. Nova gets the last hit. And that's level 3. Happy got a couple of decent items on the Lich, but no level 3 for himself. What's Labby gonna do? Needs Fiends, right? Mass Fiends tier 2 maybe? This is not that good of an early game for Happy. Not really. But Happy always gets the strongest when he reaches tier 3. So this game is certainly not over. Which now indeed with quite strong items.
Players' forces are under attack.
But Labby, he's always been an expansion player. He's going to make it work here as well. Ooh, he's still going tier 3. He's going to be very weak on the tier 2 stage with this choice. But on tier 3 will power up. Alright, Happy ready to pick up the orb. He's a bit short on cash.
A player's forces are under attack.
Got it now. Frenzy, soon to be Destroyer. But upgrade is a bit late. And no level 2 DK yet. Not having the aura here is definitely annoying. Above corruption now, of course. Very good. Makes the Lich of Happy way better than the other Lich. Plus, there are statues in the back. Got a bit of one of mana steal. That's kind of cute. Oh, Nova gets one ghoul. Coil does not get the steal. A good Nova here by Happy, securing the experience. Trying to get closer to DK level 2, but there's still a ways to go. Dark Ranger third. Has to be Black Arrow. Giving over the slippers right away. That's cool. And we're seeing gargoyles. Or maybe only one gargoyle. And towers upgrading. Heavy turtle mode at the expo. Possibly 4 towers soon. Happy may instead just go towards the main base. He's looking for the surround and he gets him! Got the surround even without the aura. How did that even happen? Oh, takes out the Lich. And all of a sudden that game that was looking good is looking a lot worse. With the Lich gone, there's almost no offensive potential left for Labby's army. We have more towers in the main base. Lots of gold being invested on the static defense. Altar goes down. Has to go for the tavern res. Waiting for tier 3. Needs to pick up the orb before the shop goes down quickly. And he can. Lich is also back. But that's all the resources now spent. In the back, Lich and Dark Ranger going for an Acolyte hunt. Lich has returned. Can Labby hold here in the main base? He's got his own tier 3, but he's lacking mana. He's lacking army. He's lacking frenzy as well. But Happy's finding kills one after the next. Picking up the statue here. Only one of them left. Happy has one statue and one destroyer. There is at least full mining still at the expansion. We got a shop here coming up. Making another altar as well. Need the altar to hire the Dark Ranger. We're still over at the tavern. Labby would love to be just left alone to finally produce, but he's lost the crypt, he's lost the altar. There's very little he can produce without these structures. Sorrow's now also going down. Happy standing on Blight, of course, is healing a lot all the time, passively. Tower targeting perhaps not ideal. Should probably rather be targeting the ghouls. And looks like Happy's breaking through here, isn't he? Finding more kills, raising more skellies all the time. With the help of the Dark Ranger. Dark Ritual can be used then as well. That's a lot of mana on the Lich. Statues, all the meanwhile, never taken out. Keep regenerating over and over. Happy here has so much staying power. Happy has finally lost a number of ghouls. But the heroes and statues are still here. Dark Ranger third. Finally joining for Labby. Hasn't skilled yet, considering Silence or Black Arrow. Happy statue's about to run out of mana. Might be a bit of a concern, but Happy's got so much gold. So much gold, because he just hasn't been losing too much. A couple of ghouls, sure, but that's it. Two destroyers now in the air. Happy, in an interview, once said that his favorite unit was the destroyer. And his control of them is the best in the world. Oh, going for the Lich hero kill here, trying to silence the DK, go for the Hail Mary, take out the first hero, but Happy won't allow it. He's got the Dispel and heal ready in time. And now the enemy DK, gets away. Already saw his life flashing before his eyes. Labby does hold. Does indeed hold for now. Happy making a 6th Acolyte now. Might just expand. His natural is cleared. He's got a big tempo lead now, so this could certainly be doable. Oh, Ring of Regen. That's a nice item. And a sustained push. Oh, DK. No rings to protect him. And death on his heels will find him. DK falls. Level 4 on the ledge. And that is going to be a ton of mana now. From the Dark Ritual level 2. Happy's heading up the expansion. It's going to be running in 2 minutes. And with that, Happy has everything he could possibly need. Happy's going to have to call it GG. As Happy takes map 2. Lich DPS actually higher on Labby. Interesting. I guess that was the early game. Early game was looking pretty good for Labby. But once Happy gets to tier 3, then things get scary. Very scary. And here, Labby will fall. Is this gonna be another series without a map win? That would be a little tragic. As I pointed out before, this has happened before, many times, with Labby losing 0-3, 0-3, 0-5, 0-3 recently. In our best of 7, it would be a 0-4 if Labby cannot get a map win. But at least 1 or 2 map wins, I think, could be doable, could be feasible. Realistically speaking, Labby winning this series now from this point, I wouldn't bet on it. I wouldn't bet the house on it. Call me careful, call me what you will. But seems to me like Happy so far is in full control. Maybe a weird cheese strat. Maybe something very unpredictable that Happy doesn't read right away. Maybe something like that can give Labby a chance. We are going to springtime for our 3rd map. And that is a very unique map. One of the newer maps in the competitive map pool. And I've seen some undeads here on this map play an instant expo in the middle gold mine where there are no creeps. That is something you can do in theory. But since Lich Ghouls on Happy's side is pretty strong early game, it would not be that easy to pull off. Getting our players into the lobby. Normally they take some smaller breaks here between the maps. If we just blasted through the series, it could be over pretty quickly. Or is there a surprise in store? Can Labby deliver something special here? Good thing for Labby is, even if he loses, he's going to be surviving in the lower bracket. Against 1-0, the other top undead, Labby also doesn't have the most favorable win rate. It is 32%. But that's a lot better than 0%, if we're being honest. So it's specifically against Happy where Labby has had 0 success so far in his career. If you want to, you know, view it from that perspective. Labby, if he drops to the lower bracket, I'm never quite sure where they land. Hold on. I mean, in which side of the bracket? Let me look up from last time. Ah, they do crisscross. Okay. Crisscross applesauce. Here. Okay. So that means Labby, if he loses, would be landing here in this part of the bracket. It's going to be a sick game tomorrow, by the way. Ooh, baby. You guys better tune in tomorrow. Moon versus Soen is going to be interesting already. But Lin versus 120. Oh my. That's going to be a banger of a match. This could be a grand final as well in any world-class tournament. But here with 120 losing to Blade, surprisingly. And Lin also losing to Blade, surprisingly. They will be meeting here in the lower bracket, round 3. Winner will go on then to face Labby. And the loser of Lawlight versus Blade later is going to be dropping into this part, where they'll face either Moon or Soen. I'm very excited for this game, by the way. Very excited. Lawlight has been showing some amazing plays. This was one of my favorite series of the tournament so far. Starbuck versus Lawlight. And Night Elf versus Human Man. I have a soft spot for it. Night Elf versus Human. I always love Lawlight, of course, specifically with the Warden. A beauty. But only playable on very few maps, as we know. Alright. We are ready for map number 3. Happy still in the blue. They're keeping the same colors. I appreciate that. Always a bit confusing when they swap them. Got Happy down here in the bottom right. Lich, Ghoul, Aggression. That's been his recipe so far. It seemed like Labby had a pretty good counter on the last map. Got the Expo up. Got the Lich levels. Got ahead on experience. But didn't reach tier 3 fast enough. Orb, statues. Destroyer, triple hero. Everything didn't come in time. Lich and Lich. Alrighty. Nothing changing here. Springtime. Normally a pretty good map for Fast Expo. The expansion not far away from the main base. There's a good corridor to defend from. Only one real attack path towards the expansion. And from Labby, we might see another expansion attempt. Looks like Happy right now not interested in 2 base play. On other maps, he might be. Echo Isles, for example. Lost Temple, for example. Terrasand. And there we go. Labby is going for the natural creep right away. Using 1 ghoul to push away the Acolyte Scout. Wait. Happy's not scouting this? That is quite surprising to me. Well, he's gonna figure it out pretty soon. The nice thing about this map here, this creep camp, is on springtime, if you finish the natural, get full experience, you're gonna be level 2 right away. Similar to Northern Isles. Happy is heading north. Nice Ghoul Scout here by Labby. Sees the opponent on the approach. But there we go. Level 2 achieved. Ring +4. Not the greatest. And now, who's gonna micro this better? Nova on the Lich right away. But the ring is protecting him. Oh, Happy. Did he miscalculate? Heavy attack on the enemy Lich. That means that the fight is going to be won by Labby here for sure. I mean, Lich is going to go down, maybe, but Happy's losing so much. Happy's losing a bunch of ghouls here. And he might not even get the Lich in the end. One Nova is ready now. Happy gets the kill. Oh, it's denied! Sick deny by Labby. Ah, another deny. Wow, what an opening. There we go, Labby. That's how you do it. That was a terrific start for Labby. Losing one ghoul, but getting one in return. Happy still in level 2, similar to the last map. Happy late with a level up. Lich gonna be back pretty soon. Expansion is delayed though. That's the big problem here for LabyRinth. Expo hasn't started yet. And this seems to be Happy's most difficult position yet in this series.
Forces are under attack.
Lich comes out. Oh, look at that, dude. He's almost level 3 already. I didn't even realize. Yo. LabyRinth. In a great position here. If Happy doesn't get the Expo cancel, I would feel like he's behind. Then again though, Labby's tech is hella late. Expansion will not be cancelled. Beautiful denies. Beautiful denies by Labby this game.
A player's forces are under attack.
Tier 3. Alright. Can Tier 3 again be the savior for Happy? As it has been so many times. Happy in such a tough spot here. How is he going to win this game? He can try to kill some Acolytes,
Thanks,
I think.
Remo and Neo.
Diddy3 with the resub. Thank you very much. Okay, Happy harassing the Acolytes. This might delay the tech even further. Oh god, this tech is going to be so late. Oh lordy. Happy has the telestaff to get away. Let's force back. This was a great attack by Happy. This was a great attack. Reducing gold harvesting time. Mining time is also what they call it. Whoops, I forgot the name for a second. And delaying the tech. The tech is ridiculously late. Because new Acolytes had to be made. This was a very smart attack indeed by Happy. Trying to get one more Acolyte. Got it. Closer to level 3, but not there just yet. There's one more corpse. Could raise one more Skelly. One more pair of Skellies. And look at Happy. All of a sudden he's almost tier 3. And now only the tier 2 tech has begun. 7-minute tech. That is pretty wild. Happy again, forcing the Lich back. Finally, he's going to need to staff out. But that was a huge delay. Still no full mining here. One more acolyte has to be made. And here come the towers. Are they gonna be in time though? That'd be close to level 4 Lich. That's great to have for the Dark Ritual and for the stats. +4 intelligence, baby. Good items here for the DK, by the way. Ring and Invuln and the gauntlets. Very nice for DK second. Happy crept to Lich level 3. Not waiting for DK2. He's gonna go for the early tier 3 attack again. Frenzy and Destroyer form in research. And the towers are not done yet. Dude, a sapper here would be so sick. But Happy might just go and pivot to the main base again.
Players' forces are under
Oh
attack.
my god, tier 3 is so far away. Nova hitting mostly skeletons here. Two towers about to finish, but if the Acolytes come to repair, they're gonna get Nova'd with certainty. One Lich against the world right now for Labby. Doesn't have the DK yet. Needs the healer. The towers are holding pretty well. The towers are taking out the ghouls really well. Happy. Is he perhaps making a mistake pushing into the expansion instead of the main base? He's facing a lot of piercing damage here. Quite good against ghouls. Not that good against heroes, however. Invuln force as well. Acolyte starting to fall. It's more skellies, of course, being raised. The Dark Ranger here with the Black Arrow. Doing a great job. DK, the healer, staying in the back. But Happy's DK is far from level 2 still. And now we're going to see the pivot into the main base. Tier 2's done. DK out of the way. There's 2 towers here. Decent setup for Labby, I guess. Happy could expand in the middle again, if he really wanted to. With the triple hero with the orb, Happy can easily pick off targets when they are separated from the other units. Happy's got almost no ghouls left. One ghoul back at home on Lumber. Pushing into Fiend Destroyer right now. DK just makes it out of the altar. If the altar falls, that means no tier 3. You need the altar to start the tech. Happy keeps on poking. Would love to see a second crypt for Labby at the expo. Make more fiends. Labby playing complete defense right now. Happy could expand again, as I mentioned. He's got the resources for it. But I guess first he wants to build a strong 50 supply army. Morphing destroyers here is dangerous. If they get webbed into the towers, the destroyers will easily fall. And for now, Labby is holding. Waiting for the altar to finish. Oh, and there's the Acolyte already. Didn't even see it right away. Labby holds in a better state than last time, certainly. And we have a game on our hands here. Happy's expo is still going to take a long time. But Happy still has full map control because of triple hero and possible destroyers. There's a lot to creep here in the middle. Especially these 2 orange caps. Big items.
A player's forces are under attack.
Oh, Labby would have been sick if he had sniffed out this expansion and had found a castle. That would have bought him so much time. He sees it only now with a Skelly. And now Happy can position here. Close to the expo to defend it. But Happy's going for the counterattack. Plus 19 damage now on the Lich. And Happy heading into the main base. That's a lot of damage he has available all of a sudden. Skellies still on the field, many of them, 2 destroyers in the air. Skeletons who also cannot be dispelled. Where's the Dark Ranger?
A player's forces are under attack.
Ah, there she is. I was, didn't see her there for a moment. Targeting down the Acolytes one by one. That is more Skellies being raised. They're trying to get the solo cancel on the Haunted, and he might be successful, but in the main base he's suffering. Without a Lich home, there is not much threat at all here for Happy. Lich, though, I think this is the winning play. He has to cancel this, which he did, and then somehow defend now. But can he do that? 2 destroyers taken out. Happy losing some crucial units here. And Lich is returning. Didn't even use the TP. But now, towers are gone. Tier 3 still not done. Happy not having to face any enemy towers.
The town is under siege.
Labby's losing a lot though. Again, down to only 40 supply. Doesn't have a 3rd hero yet. Doesn't have the orb yet. Easy kills on the Acolytes in the back. Happy doesn't have a TP, by the way.
A player's
If Labby can trap the enemy undead army and overwhelm him back here, maybe there's a chance. But the Skellies are also being a big help for Happy at the same time. Trying to get the Dark Ranger now. There she is. Abomination for Happy even. Alright, that's a rare sight in this matchup. And Happy is now expanding again. Oh, big Nova. Items on the ground. Items being passed around. And it's going to be 2 Fiends falling. 1 denied. Lich level 4, though, is still presenting a threat. The only real threat Labby has. At 37 supply only at the moment. DK very low on mana. No coils left. Acolytes still being harassed, kind of, by the Skellies in the main. And the Fiend goes down. More mana for Happy. He's on the chase. He's feeling strong, and rightfully so. Labby finally gonna TP home, clean up the mess in the main base. Labby almost able to save this ghoul even. He's gonna lose that, but mining is greatly diminished. Comparing the gold mines, we have... Wow, that's a 1,300 gold difference in the main base. Happy inflicting critical damage. And now, finally, his own expansion will be finishing. This is the big camp I was talking about before. Triple level up from this camp. Oh my god. 4-3-3. And this might be where map 3 ends. Very strong army for Happy. 15 supply lead. Gonna force the TP away. Able to save the Fiend at least is Labby.
forces are under attack.
And Happy has taken again full control of this game. And Labby's gonna call it. 16 minutes this time, as Happy takes the 3-0 lead. And is looking very dominant. Holy hell. I mean, what can you say? What can you say that hasn't been said before? Happy is one of a kind. Especially against LabyRinth. Happy looking to extend his 100% win rate against Labby today. The score is 3-0. I'm feeling a bit bad for Labby, man. I gotta say, this is a shellacking so far. Not that he's completely without hope in all of these games. On map 2 and 3, the early game looked pretty decent. Especially on map 3, the early game actually looked really good. Happy though, crucially, with a follow-up harass, slowing down the tech by as much as he did. Still finds a way to come back. Always seemingly able to find a way to take control of the game. Happy is wildly successful in the B Cup. Every single time he participated, he got a top 2 finish minimum. B Cup 13, he took first place. B Cup 12, he took second place. B Cup 11, he took first place again. 1-0, by the way, I think. Hold on. 1-0 got top 4 every time so far, right? 1-0 and Lin and Happy. Every time they play, they got top 4. Yeah. So far. They are the top favorites for this tournament. But one of the favorites is going to be eliminated tomorrow. Like I mentioned earlier, the match tomorrow between Happy and 1-0 is going to be very, very interesting. One of the highlights, I would say, of this playoff stage. We're in the lobby, getting ready for map 4. Last Refuge will be our map. It feels a bit like a farewell party today for Labby. Being down now 0-3 against the best undead of all time, it looks like this is where we can be pretty confident in how this is going to go. I would love for Labby to just take a map. Just take a map finally. Break the lose streak of winning 0 maps in the series. It's been 1.5 years since he took a map from Happy. That must sting. But it's what Happy does. That's what Happy does very often. Happy's biggest rivals right now are Lin and Fortitude. Between these 3, we see very, very close games. And another player has risen to the occasion. That's Starbuck. Starbuck also has leveled up his game, is fighting on and breaching into the top 5, into the top 4. And of course, in the DWCC Western Qualifier, he was able to beat Happy in the best of 5. I think for the first time, right? Oh, no, it wasn't the first time. In the Bet Boom Classic, of course. How could I forget about that? Bet Boom Classic as well. Bet Boom Classic and the DWCC. Starbuck, though, is out of this tournament. He was eliminated in the lower bracket by Lin, forced there before by Lawlight. No shame in that. Those are, of course, world-class players. Lawlight, whom we'll be seeing later, is the highest ranked Night Elf in the world right now. The Night Elves have been pretty quiet on this patch. I feel like it's not a good patch for the Keeper especially. Not a good patch for Night Elf by extension. But Lawlight's been looking strong. I am very, very excited to see him go up against Blade later. Blade, of course, had quite a bit of game tape to study when Lawlight had that banger series against Starbuck in the upper bracket, where we saw mostly Demon Hunter, but also a little bit of Warden, a little bit of Keeper, but it seems to be mainly about the Demon right now. Also, interestingly, in Night Elf vs. Human, out of all the things playable, one of the strongest strats right now seems to be Pally Rifles. Against all odds. And I've talked about this in the past couple of days already. I would be very surprised, honestly, if Blade plays Pally Rifles. Blade is normally pretty set in his ways. He plays old school strategies, is very predictable normally, doesn't really innovate. If he does, he's going to pick up a meta that has been proven already. That's normally how he plays. Also, a very one-base focused player in some matchups. And I've never seen him ever play Pally Rifles. Pally Rifles is super hot right now, like I said, especially against Night Elf. But Blade is like the one human I would expect not to play it. But maybe it's going to surprise me. I'm going to see about that later. Do we have a join bug? Seems like... Oh, no, never mind. Don't think we have to restart. Seems like we got map 4 ready to go. Our overlay, unfortunately, is not ready right now. Gotta restart that again. Happy with the 3-0 lead. In the bottom left here, in the blue. Fast expo play, that's normally Labby's go-to. That's the strongest strat. But it's not working right now. It's not working against Happy at the moment. Both again looking eager to go for Ghoul Lich. I wouldn't be too surprised to see Happy play one game of expansion, maybe? Or would I be surprised? Maybe I would be surprised. That one series between them still is active in my memory, where we had so much expansion play. On maps like Lost Temple with Cryptlord, it was pretty hype. But Happy seems to have adjusted again in this matchup. Happy versus 1-0 is a possible different Undead Mirror matchup we could have in this tournament. But for that, first, 1-0 would have to get past Lin and past even more formidable players. We got the skull on Labby. That's a clear sign. Whoa, wait, what? Is he gonna creep this camp first? Gets a Shadow Priest. That's a great early game unit. Happy is on the move north. Happy would love to kill the Rock Golem before Happy arrives. But is there enough time? I guess there is. Oh, damn! Oh, damn! What a sick start! Damn, level 2. Belt, not the best item, but you're gonna take what you can get. The spool from the Shadow Priest, but now he's taken out. One ghoul saved, second ghoul denied. Again, not a bad start for Labby. Damn, dude, he did the math. He knew he was able to kill 3 of the creeps here, get level 2. That's pretty sick, actually. I didn't know that. And I think Happy didn't know that either. Imagine, dude, if this was the Robe of the Magi. Then the game might actually be over. But it's only a belt. Okay, Labby's not expanding for once. He's teching up. Trying to play around his hero level advantage right now. Happy doesn't want to have to use the Nova here. He's only got one ready.
A player's forces are under attack.
And again, we see Happy behind on experience in the early game. Labby has some great early game moves here to get a bit ahead. Problem is that Happy so far has always been able to turn it around in the late game. Oh, Lich now. Very hurt. There is one Nova ready. Good start indeed for Labby. Tech-wise, though, we do have Happy ahead. Not by a dramatic amount, but a couple of seconds. It is. It's going to make for a faster DK. Maybe faster tier 3. Oh, Happy finally got level 2 somehow. I don't even know what happened. But look at Abby's Lich. Ooh, he's got the Sentry Ward. He can use the Nova out of the shadows. Nice play. Labby with a really good early game. Again. Can he convert it this time? Great Sentry. And that Skelly would be level 3. There it is. Now we got the level 2 Nova. Full level ahead on the Lich. Can Labby leverage this to bully Happy now in this mid game?
A player's forces are under attack.
Oh, Nova on the Lich. That is quite a bit of damage. Don't want to have to buy a heal potion here. The DK is about to arrive. But if Happy loses the Lich, the game is probably over. Some ghouls going down. Some denies. Happy fighting for every bit of experience here. And he got that one. And again, Happy underleveled. This is like the story of the series. Lich is underleveled every time. Except for the first map. Oh, and look at Labby. With the DK ghouls creeping right away on the high ground. That is so sick. There's gonna be a level 2 jumpstart right away. And the level 3 Lich can be the patrolling officer. Great start indeed for Labby. But the issue is, at the end of the day, you still have to beat Happy in the tier 3 fight. And keep up with his micro. You can see how slow Happy's progress is. It's taking forever just to creep these small camps. Best chance so far for Labby to get on the board. No steal this time by Happy. Labby kept the belt this whole time, by the way. Bonus HP is still on the Lich. Labby's gonna get both middle shops as well. Both consumables from this. Belt here for Happy as well. Lots of HP now in the DK. Lots of HP. Going to pick up the Dark Ranger here. Could have killed the ghoul with the Nova. Rare to see Happy this behind and having to play this passively. DK level 3, big mana potion, invuln, Lich level 3.5. Dark Ranger already started creeping a bit. Now we're gonna switch into Fiends. Fiend, Destroyer, Statue. This was one of Labby's weaknesses always. His Fiend micro was never that good compared to other top undeads. Labby creeping on the high ground. If Happy finds a creep jack here, that could be painful. There's a TP on Labby's side. He's not gonna use it yet. In we go. Nova on the Fiend. That one, the first, is saved, however. Destroyer in the back, dying to the creeps. Happy has 3 destroyers in the air. That is a ton of damage. And now, for the first time, we have Destroyer Wars. Happy getting a bunch of kills at the start. All of a sudden, Happy reclaims the supply lead. Is it just happening again, dude? Is it just happening again? Every time Happy gets to tier 3, it seems like he flips the switch, and all of a sudden, he's winning. Destroyer is, of course, the most extreme example of this, with the ability to chain morph and then put out tons of damage. Happy here finding his window, gets his footing again. And we're either back to even, or maybe Happy even has the lead. It just took one creepjack, one little flank from behind, and all of a sudden, Happy's back in it. Total creeping the Dark Ranger now. Lich for Labby has very good items. Plus 8 int. Level 4 as well. But I'm happy with the Dark Ranger level 3. Late game Ring of Protection, also pretty nice. Give that to the DK. And now he's very tanky. Look at that Death Knight. 1075 HP. And 8 armor. Alright, next creep jack here in the corner. At least the creeps are dead already. There's no TP. No, there's a TP. Never mind. There's a TP to get away for Labby if he has to. Happy's DK getting focused heavily. Backs away and does survive. Death Knight also pretty tanky for Labby. Does make it away. Very low HP now. He's carrying the TP. The Dark Ranger is looking mighty exposed and the coil cannot come in time. DK for Labby is full mana as he has to TP away. Nova, one more kill. 2 more kills for Happy. No, wait. One of the kills was his own Fiend. Never mind. But still Happy comes out ahead. Can creep the rest of the map over here. Finally get that Lich level 4. Kind of surprised he didn't sell the cloak yet. Cloak of Flames, not really a good item against destroyers. Happy now also working with superior upgrades. 2-0 coming for his Fiend Destroyers. 0-0 only on Labby. Double Pendant of Energy. This DK indeed has a ton of mana, but does he have the time to use it? Perhaps not. Follow-up right clicks. Ooh, 20 HP. Ooh, 6 HP. Dude, the statue. The statue saving him. I think he was manually microing the statue. Well done. DK survived at least, but the rest of the undead army is now stranded, and without the DK support, it's just gonna get picked apart. Ripped apart. Bit by bit. Lich can survive for a bit longer. 7 seconds to be precise. DK's coming back. Okay, he's got the coil ready. He's got so many coils ready. Endless coils. But no time to use them. Happy now, bullying the opponent. Chasing onto the high ground. Looking for the perfect, flawless 4-0 victory. Is Happy. Beats the Fiend. Nova comes in. Lich still alive. The Zeppelin is actually being a huge help right now. Won't live for much longer though. There's the dizziness. Heroes dazed and confused. There's more coils. Coils? Ooh, close one. Oh my god, they're so slow. The dizziness! Still lasting. Labby didn't unload. Loses the first hero. Not sure if the coil was ready. But that's 2 heroes dead. And the GG again. And another win for Happy. Not just a 4-0 win for Happy, but also a 4-0 where he was in kind of difficult spots. At least 2 maps. You could perhaps even argue 3 maps of the series. But was able to come back every single time. And does make that an almost flawless run into the upper bracket final.